Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I have a 20-month-old boy named Suleiman, and I'm expecting baby number 2 in February. Welcome to another pregnancy update. I'm going to take you guys through week 24, and a lot has been happening this week. If you're new here, please be sure that you subscribe and you have your notification bell turned on for more future videos. I upload about twice a week, and if you like these types of videos, please be sure to also like this video, and I'll be sure to make more of them. I usually post weekly bump dates every week, so around Tuesdays. Your support means the world to me. It's what encourages me to post. And with that, let's get into this video. My handy dandy notebook here, a little bookmark, and let's get into this. So right now, baby is about the size of a papaya or a little bunny rabbit. How cute is that? They're about 13 inches long and almost about 1.5 pounds, if not a little bit more than that. So that's pretty exciting right now. Their primitive memory has started to develop, so now they're going to start to remember things, like they'll remember voices, they'll remember songs, and this is definitely true because in my pregnancy with Suleiman, I used to play the Beatles, and till now, when I play the Beatles, he just is so mesmerized. He loved the Beatles. As soon as I play those songs, he's just like in awe. It is the sweetest thing. If I have any clips, I'll insert them here. Diamonds, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Like when Mama sings to you goodnight?
At this point, the blood vessels inside the lungs are also developing and the nostrils are beginning to open. So this is slowly leading up to your baby breathing, which is just so exciting. The spine has about 1,000 ligaments and it has 150 joints and about 33 vertebrae that have formed at this point. And they will continue to form from here on out. Loud noises I mentioned last time can startle your baby, but now they can cover their ears. The cerebrum is the most prominent part of the brain at this point. The cerebrum, I mentioned it last time, it's a very primary part of the brain. It is for intelligence and emotion regulation, so please be sure that at this point you're taking your DHAs if you're pregnant. So what's going on with me this week? Symptom-wise, I can actually feel my baby hiccup, which is so exciting. I felt this much sooner in Suleiman's pregnancy, but with this one, for whatever reason, it just took a bit longer. Another symptom that started up this week and is kind of uncomfortable to talk about, but I know some of you are going through this. It's incontinence. So you have difficulty holding it in basically, and you might have a couple leaks. Totally normal. I talked to my doctor about this. I had it towards the end of my last pregnancy. I am having it earlier this pregnancy. I had a rough time postpartum with Suleiman, and I know that's a big cause of why I'm experiencing this now. The next thing that I have experienced this week, which was also uncomfortable, was bruising on my belly, and this freaked me out because I didn't really get this with Suleiman and I didn't really know why it was happening. I called up my doctor and I told him about it, and he said it's totally fine. Lots of pregnant women get this with the skin stretching. I don't have any stretch marks. He encouraged me to circulate the area. He said make sure that you just stop and massage it regularly to help with blood flow because sometimes that can happen. The next thing that I've had this week is I'm craving pomegranate. I really want pomegranate. It's the most delicious thing to me right now. Like, I'm almost drooling thinking about it. Pomegranate sounds incredible this week. As well, this week I have an increased appetite. This one's tough. So of course you're gonna end up gaining weight with pregnancy. It's inevitable. Some people are less than kind about it. I actually posted on Instagram this week, and somebody posted like, eat, piggy, eat. And I was just like, that's so cruel. I'm being like fat shamed for just eating. It's true that I'm eating more. I have an increased appetite, but I don't think that someone should be shamed for their body shape. I don't think they should be shamed for eating. I think food shaming in general is it's disgusting. It shouldn't really exist anymore. I don't know why that still happens. And now that I'm pretty deep into the 2nd trimester and I'm almost into my 3rd trimester, I thought I'd talk to you guys about my pregnancy essentials while they're still fresh in my mind and while they're definitely in use. And the first one I'm going to talk about, and most essential one in my opinion, is water. And I like to have clear bottles so I can actually see how much I'm drinking. I've been not as great with drinking water this pregnancy, so I re-downloaded the app that I used last time, which is the water app, and it just kind of reminds me to drink my water because it sends notifications as well. And water in general is obviously really important, but especially in pregnancy. My next pregnancy essential are my multivitamins, my prenatals. I take Pregbit. It comes in 2 parts. You have your morning pill and then you have your evening pill. Totally honest with you, it's not the most pleasant one to take, especially in 2 parts. This one, the morning part, the pink pill, is mostly iron and you take it with orange juice, and then the night one is calcium. That's because iron is best absorbed in the morning and calcium is best absorbed at night, and they're best absorbed apart. I really think that taking your prenatal is very important, and I suggest that you do if you're not. Even in your 2nd and 3rd trimester, it's for you. Like I said, your baby will take whatever they need from your body, but that leaves you at a deficit. This next pregnancy essential is gonna get me maybe some hate from some people, but I really do use this quite well regularly enough. I use it at least once a week, maybe every other week, and it is a at-home fetal Doppler. And yes, it's in the box because I take very good care of my things, even though like the sides are a bit torn, but I like to put everything back in its place. My doctor is totally fine with me using it. I actually find that it's more calming than it has ever been scary. My son, in this pregnancy, I have an anterior placenta, so I don't feel him as often as I did with Suleimans. There are definitely days where I don't feel movement and I just pop that on, quick 2 seconds, hear the heartbeat, take it off. And that's more than enough peace of mind for me. It was also really helpful in my last pregnancy because when my water broke early, I pulled out my fetal Doppler. I searched for a heartbeat, I found it, so I was able to relax, and we went to the hospital and I was okay. I wasn't just like a nervous wreck. I felt a little bit more assured because I already knew he was still alive. I love the fetal Doppler, and if you like it too, please let me know in the comments, and if you don't, it's okay, you don't have to, but it's definitely one of my pregnancy essentials. Next pregnancy essential that I'm going to talk about are liners. I think that even if you don't have the incontinence issue, liners are really great for all the other things you get with pregnancy. And if you're pregnant, you already know what I'm talking about. And they're also a great way to prevent getting infections. If you are prone to infection in pregnancies, then I totally recommend wearing liners, and then you just change them out instead of having to constantly change your undergarments. Another pregnancy essential that I think is now an essential is the massage wand. I now use this on my belly, especially since I had that whole petechia / bruising incident, and I think it's really been helpful, and I will let you guys know if this maybe helps with my stomach postpartum. Pregnancy care is another one that I wanted to talk about in this essential video. The products I talked about, my bio oil, my collagen, and my moisturizer. I think that it's really important that you do belly care while you're pregnant and continue to do it postpartum, but these are definitely pregnancy essentials. Same note of skincare, lip balm. I think lip balm is a big pregnancy essential. I get dry lips when I'm pregnant, and you can see right now I have more dry lips. So lip balm is a big one. On the same note of skincare, I like to wear SPF. I wear it all the time, even on gloomy days. It's raining quite heavily right now. In pregnancy, a lot of people get melasma. And SPF while you're pregnant, especially, your skin is way more sensitive, and you just don't want to risk it because you can't undo melasma. Once you have it forever. So the best you can do is prevent it, and preventative care, use SPF from now. I do own a couple maternity type items. The first thing that I want to show you guys is this. It is an extender. You can use it on your jeans, so you don't have to buy maternity jeans if you don't want to. You can also use it on trousers, jumpers, whatever, and it looks like this. It has like a button where it will go into wherever your thing buttons, and then you can make it as big or small as you want, and it does the job. The thing that I have are these, which are Camisoles. They are not maternity Camisoles. I just bought these from Susie's Share, I believe, years ago. But they're really great because they are stretchy, but they also have a good hold to them. So I feel like they kind of bring things in so I don't feel so heavy front forward. I also have belly bands. I have one that's nude and I have one that's black. Belly bands are great. They're better towards the 3rd trimester. I'm not really using them that much in the 2nd because I'm not as big yet, but I know as I get more front loading like I was last time, these will come in very handy with the belly. The item that I've been using very often this pregnancy is a dry brush. I mentioned this in my pregnancy belly care video. I think dry brushing is really important, especially with varicose veins that might show up, and preventative measure for stretch marks, and just general, your skin is growing, so the dry brushing is great. And let's talk about the first trimester, because the first trimester is not a joke, and I actually still have morning sickness, which I discussed before, but these are some things that kind of help me with that. I like to drink peppermint tea. This is my favorite one. These are my last 2 tea bags. I need to order more. Another thing that helps me with the nausea is to snack. So I like to eat these. These are just your average Cliff Bars. I also like the almond fudge flavor, and I think they have a white chocolate macadamia one. So good. If you're not nauseous, I highly recommend you always carry some type of granola or protein bar in your bag with you, because you never know when you're going to start to feel hungry or faint, and it happens so fast. So definitely keep snacks on hand. These are my go-to. For nausea specifically are these candies. So I'll try to find a picture of what that box looks like, because they're all out of the box right now. But they're just like a hard candy. They're kind of a little bit chewy because they're like a natural product. They're made with manuka honey, lemon, and they have a little bit of ginger in them. They are so soothing, and they just taste really good. Truthfully, whenever I felt the nausea coming on, especially in the first trimester, I'd just pop one of these on my mouth and just like suck on it, and I think the sucking kind of helped keep everything down, as bad as that sounds. And same goes with just that heartburn feeling. I just suck on a couple, like on one of these, and I only take one, but it does the trick. It really helps. My pregnancy essentials is a blanket scarf. I don't wear jacket extenders. I don't really like the look of them, and I don't find them practical. I do live in a very cold climate, and what I do is I fold them so they're like 3 or 4 layers thick at this point, and then I cover my bump, and my bump is totally covered, warm, cozy, and I still look good. A pillow. And you're probably like, duh, Sarah. This way, if I end up on my back, I'm not really worried about the whole laying flat on your back thing. I know that I'm always slightly elevated. I also find that it's more comfortable for me to sleep that way. And what I also tend to do is, like, I'll have my one pillow, and then my second pillow will be like this lengthwise, and that way I can put one knee under and one knee over and have it kind of wedged under my belly and between my knees. And for whatever reason, that is the most comfortable way for me to sleep. That wraps up my pregnancy essentials. With that, let's show you the bump. This is my bump from the front. This is my bump from the side. And he's just right over there, of course, chilling, having his bum sticking out. It's 24 weeks, baby. So if you guys like these types of videos, please be sure that you're hitting up that like button. Comment below what you'd like to see next time on my next bump date, or any video requests that you have. Subscribe for more content and have your notification bell turned on for all future updates as well. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.